everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to study rubella. So rubella, which is also said to be German measles, is nothing but an infectious disease which is caused by the rubella virus. So rubella caused by rubella virus. Now if we see, this rubella virus is spherical in shape, 40 to 80 nm in size. It has got a single-stranded RNA with a positive sense, and on the outer surface there is this spike kind of structure which can be seen, and this spike kind of structure is nothing else but hemagglutinin. Now coming to the symptoms of rubella, there will be sneezing, there will be runny nose, red eyes, conjunctivitis, headache, muscle pain, mild fever, cough, and characteristically very important, the red rash. So the rash is usually seen on the trunk and the neck region in the starting 1 week of the infection. Now if you see, this is how the rash looks like. The small red macule kind of structure. It is an infection which commonly affects the children, and it is usually more prominently seen at the time of late winters and in the early spring. Now if we see the congenital rubella syndrome, it actually is a rubella syndrome in pregnant females. So the rubella virus, it can pass through the placenta, and after passing from the placenta, it reaches into the fetal circulation. Now when it reaches to the fetal circulation, it is going to destroy the cells, or it will prevent the cells from further division. Okay, this is said to be a congenital rubella syndrome. Now all this destroying of the cells and preventing them from further division, all this can trigger the loss of pregnancy, or there can be stillbirth. If the child is born, there can be many other problems which can be faced or seen in the child, that is eye problems, hearing problems, and the heart damage. Particularly looking at some of the problems which can happen. So you need to remember this classical triad of rubella. Okay, this classical triad of rubella, which says there can be deafness, hearing impairment, and cataracts which can be seen in the infants. So this is how cataract of infants look like. Other than that, there can be congenital heart disease, conjunctivitis, anemia, hepatitis, developmental delay, damage of retina, that is retinopathy, liver, spleen, and bone marrow issues, and lower birth weight. All this can happen. Now coming to the diagnosis, how can you diagnose whether it is a case of rubella or not? It has to be in two classifications, two methods. Like for adults we have different criteria, for infants we have got different criteria. So for adults, what we can do is firstly clinically classify it. Like there will be typical rash and lymph node enlargement, but this cannot be the only detection point, right? This can be a point of detection, but not the only point. So the other thing which we can do is go for serological testing. When we are going for the serologic testing, you will see that there will be IgM antibodies which will be specific in case of recent rubella infection. So if there is presence of IgM antibodies, then it is a case of rubella. This was in the adults, these two methods. Now coming to the infants. In infants, what we can do is either virus isolation or the blood testing. Here also you are going to see the presence of IgM antibody. Along with it, you might see maternal IgG antibody, and if this maternal IgG antibody gets beyond prolonged or persistent, goes beyond 6 months, then it is an indication of the rubella virus. Coming to the treatment, the only way of preventing this infection is the MMR vaccination, that is also used in measles and mumps. So this is the name of the vaccination, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. The vaccine is given in 2 doses. The first dose is to be given in 12 to 15 months of age, and a booster dose or a second dose is given in 4 to 6 years. So this was all about rubella. If this video helped you, share this with your friends, and let me know your suggestions and reviews in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.